Hi, this is Lane 8492. This is the only true crime story video I'll be doing this evening. This one is another case out in the state of Florida. This is a Florida death row inmate, Billy Leon Kearse. You see, Billy Leon Kearse had just committed an armed robbery and got in his getaway vehicle and drove. And then, of course, nearby was a patrolling Fort Pierce police officer, Danny Parrish, who got word that a vehicle was driving on the wrong way of a street. So Danny Parrish ended up pulling the car over that had Billy Leon Kearse in it. Apparently, Billy Leon Kearse knew he was going to go to jail because he had no driver's license. And he gave several aliases, but that didn't match the driver's license at all, the ID card at all. And that's when Officer Danny Parrish asked Billy Leon Kearse to step out of the car. And as a result, being that he did not have his driver's license, when Officer Danny Parrish attempted to handcuff Billy Leon Kearse, a struggle ensued, and that's when Billy Leon Kearse grabbed Officer Danny Parrish's weapon and fired 14 shots. 3 of the shots struck Danny Parrish, 9 in his body and 4 in his bulletproof vest. A nearby taxi driver heard the shots and saw a dark blue vehicle occupied by a black male and female drive away from the scene. The taxi driver then called for help on Parrish's radio. Danny Parrish was rushed to the hospital by emergency personnel, but sadly he did not survive from his gunshot wounds. And as a result, a be on the lookout order was issued for a black male driving a dark blue 1979 Monte Carlo, because that was the vehicle that Danny Parrish had pulled over. The police officer checked the license plate number that Parrish had called in before the traffic stop and discovered it was registered to an address in Fort Pierce where Billy Leon Kearse was eventually found and arrested. And during his interrogation, Billy Leon Kearse waived his Miranda rights, because, of course, you have the Miranda rights, that they're informed of the right to remain silent, that anything they say can and will be used against them in the court of law. And that's when Billy Leon Kearse eventually confessed to the murder of Fort Pierce police officer Danny Parrish. And he was eventually charged with murder and went on trial in the St. Lucie County Courthouse, which is where Fort Pierce is. One of Billy Leon Kearse's companions testified during the trial that Billy Leon Kearse shot police officer Danny Parrish because his probation was suspended and the police were looking for him already. So he decided that he was going to do whatever it took to avoid jail. There are a lot of desperate criminals out there, and this is a perfect example, because Billy Leon Kearse was driving on the wrong side of the road, and he knew when that officer pulled him over that in all likelihood he was going to go to jail because he knew the police were looking for him. It's like, and here's the thing, when the police are looking for a suspect, they are not going to stop looking for him until they find him. And as a result, later in that year, Billy Leon Kearse went on trial for the murder of Officer Danny Parrish. He was found guilty and sentenced to death. And now, Governor Ron DeSantis has signed his warrant of execution, setting his execution date for March 3rd at the Florida State Prison in Stark, Florida. This will be the 3rd execution scheduled this year in Florida. They've already set 2 execution dates for Ronald Palmer Heath and Melvin Lee Trotter, and I've already done true crime videos on them. But this is why being a police officer is a very dangerous job, and that's why police officers are trained to never treat any traffic stop as routine. But I don't know if that's what Danny Parrish did. I don't know those details. But what sent Billy Leon Kearse to death row was that He killed is that he had unalived a police officer, Danny Parrish, who was on the line of duty. And that's what got Billy Leon Kearse sent to death row, being that he had confessed to it as well, which sealed his fate. This is Lane 8492. I have an associate's, bachelor's, and master's degree in criminal justice. Hope you enjoy this video and let me know what you think. Thanks.